starting to lose a lot of money. Gotta start getting a new shop. Oh, hey guys. Today, I am starting a new ranking video. Now, let's get into it. What are we ranking today? Marvel, I already did that. Star Wars, nah, I'm waiting for episode 9. 007, nah, I'm too waiting for that. Franchise should I rank? I'm gonna think of something. Hold up a sec. I'm gonna turn the, I'll turn this lamp on just to help. Let's see. Oh, I know. I should rank the Lord of the Rings movies. Not just the first 3. There are 6, including the Hobbit franchise. And counting the Hobbit franchise are movies that I like. So that's what we're doing today. We are not reviewing 007. We're doing Lord of the Rings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Or counting 1, 2, 3, and Hobbit franchise. 1, 2, 3. So without further ado, we'll rank right now. Number 6 is The Desolation of Smaug. I know a lot of people are going to say why this is number 6, as they call it the best one in the Hobbit series. In my opinion, it is the worst. It's not that this movie's bad, it is good in some way, but in another way it's a little off its proportion. The movie just feels a little bit too much, okay? All the fight scenes are wasted so awfully. There are beautiful effects, but those beautiful effects are wasted so rarely. This movie just doesn't work for The Hobbit at all, and I was hoping it will. In my opinion, this isn't really that impressive compared to the other movies, but in another way, I feel like I'm just watching something the same. We're not really getting any awesome action like I wanted. I wanted to see new fun stuff, make it better. Instead, it got a little worse, but hey, that's not to say this movie's ingeniously awful. It's not like horrible, terrible. It's just, all I can say is it's one of those badish, okay-ish movies. And it ain't said, I can still give it credit for doing what it was doing. It does have some good moments in there, but overall, it's just not my thing. Same with the Unexpected Journey. This is the one. First off, this is the one that actually doesn't even have the at the title. It's The Hobbit, The Unexpected Journey. Instead, it's called An Unexpected Journey. That's something new. Anyway, this movie's okay, actually. It's not bad at all. I actually kind of found it fine. It stars the follow of Bilbo Baggins, aka Frodo's dad, who is a very, very powerful man, and is in take of everything that goes on. This talks about his story of him. How does it go for the story of him? Simple. He was the Hobbit we all remember. What's a Hobbit, you may ask? For those who aren't Lord of the Rings fans, I'll tell you. A Hobbit is another word for, like, say, a midget in Middle Earth. They're small people with swords and battles. It's pretty cool. This movie follows Bilbo in his quest for the adventure we all wanted. And this is what they gave us. I like the movie in one point on, but I feel like these other movies on the list are way better for what they are. It's just something I've seen once and probably not going to forget it. Number 4 is The Two Towers. Another controversial idea. Why number 4? I mean, seriously though. Look, I love this movie. But with that being said, this can at least have something that the others don't have. It has very, very awkward, boring stuff. I mean, there is awesome action here and there, but when the boring stuff comes, I feel like I'm just sitting down in the chair watching fellas doing stuff in Lord of the Rings world. But they're cool stuff, no doubt. I love how they gave us Gandalf the White, which is a neat idea. Gollum, which is pretty cool. And then there's Sauron, who's pretty dope. Stuff in this movie is fun to watch, and I enjoy what it is. It's just that following up to the original makes it feel like something that they were originally planning for this whole series to be one movie. They just had to cut it into 3 because the books are so long they can't make an entire one movie out of all 3 books. Anyway, The Two Towers is fun and all, but it isn't something that the other Lord of the Rings movies on this list have. Like the Battle of the Five Armies. This is my favorite Hobbit movie out of all. For those, it's the worst, but for me, it's pretty good. I love these styles. I love this stuff. There's awesome battle. There's neat character designs. There's neat, cool stuff a lot. There's lots of fun stuff in this movie. It follows pretty well. And it even gives us a good conclusion to the Hobbit franchise that finally gave us what we wanted. This means we're not getting any more. Unless we get another series of Middle-earth movies and books, but let's hope that happens. I don't know if it will. I just hope it does. Anyway, the Battle of the Five Armies is a pretty nice conclusion, and it actually works fine. People say it doesn't work alright, but I think it does. And with that being said, this movie was so close to being number 2. But if it was number 2, it would mean that I would exclude the Fellowship of the Ring. This seriously is the movie, okay? The one that started it all. The one that started a generation of movies that we all love. Lord of the Rings is, get ready, I'm gonna say it. This is gonna get a lot of hate, but let me say it. Lord of the Rings is the shiznit. You can go in and okay, look, that was my favorite line from Little Nicky. I really wanted to say in the video, so I just decided to go ahead and say it. So, kill me all you want, I let it all out. Let's continue on. Story follows Frodo, who goes on an adventure to find a prince of the One Ring. He visits with Gimli, Legolas, Gandalf, and I forgot what the other guy's name is. He's the one holding the sword in the background of the poster, like the one next to Gandalf. I forgot his name, really. Anyway, they're awesome. They're neat. They're unforgettable. This has to be probably the best movie franchise to ever come out from the 2000s. But it's not the number one best. The number one best is Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King. Everyone loves this movie a lot, and I do too. The conclusion to the Lord of the Rings franchise we always wanted. The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies was technically a real conclusion, but I only concluded what The Hobbit had. This concludes what the Lord of the Rings had. It has awesome stuff. For something so neatly done, The Return of the King concludes it really well. Gollum, Frodo, Gandalf the White, Sauron, his friend, Sam, right, that's his name, Sam. They're all there for the greatest thing we've ever seen in Lord of the Rings. The Battle of the Five Armies? No. Fellowship of the Ring? No. The other 2 Hobbit movies? I don't think so. I gotta give it to... Let's give it up for Return of the King. Yay! Probably the best Lord of the Rings movie ever, and by far one of the greatest movies of all time. Now, I think something's coming up. Sorry, I bought a new whistle at Five Below, so I thought I'd check it out, but it's starting to sound a little less like a fart. Does 50 even mean anything? All I'm doing is counting the... I'm sorry. Well, I hope you enjoyed the ranking video. If you didn't, then fine. Dislike, I don't care. Thanks for watching, and we're finally getting to get our last video uploaded on the 31st. What's the last video gonna be? Let me give you a hint. Remember when I did that list of the top 10 worst movies of all time? Well, how about I do the opposite? A list of the top 10